What is up, Edgies? My name is VTR and welcome back to another movie review, and today we are reviewing Barbarian. Sorry, I'm just getting the Rotten Tomatoes score. I keep on forgetting to do these. I just saw this tonight. I just saw this. I know it came out like a week ago, but since when am I not late to a movie lately? But yes, we're going to talk about this movie today, and because I saw a trailer for it, I don't think I ever watched another trailer. This movie, okay, what's the plot? I don't want to really give it away. Here's what I'll say. Okay, you know what? I'll read the synopsis from the internet. Okay. Traveling to Detroit for a job interview, a young woman books a rental house, but she arrives late at night and she discovers that the house is double booked and a strange man is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to spend the evening, but soon discovers there is more to fear than an unexpected house guest. And that's all I'm going to say without giving out any spoilers, because the trailer for this movie did not do this movie justice, and I like that, though. The trailer did enough to intrigue me, but didn't spoil everything. I really enjoyed this movie. I think it is a dang good horror movie. I think it is actually scary at points, and actually I like how different this is compared to some of the things I've seen. Like, there's definitely some stuff, familiar territory in this movie, but there's definitely a lot of originality. Now, let's talk about one thing about, I want to get the negatives out of the way first. So I do have some negatives to say. So there are bits of the movie where there's like, you're at one, and then all of a sudden you shift over to this whole other story. You're about like a good little bit into the movie, and you shift to this other story to introduce another character, and that felt a little jarring. I felt like the people running the projector accidentally switched over to a different movie. Is what it felt like, and that's not really how things should feel. It didn't really transition organically, I think you could say, but and also. I believe, Bill Skarsgård is in this, which I like his performance in this. It's a different role than what I normally see him in. I would have liked a little more than what we got from him, but what we got was alright and decent. Now, let's get into the kills here. They're nothing like over the top crazy, but what we do get to see, there's some gnarly special effects in here. I can't tell I think there's some CG here, but I think there's some practical as well. But the kills aren't really what hold this movie to. It's the weirdness of what the story goes to that you're not expecting this movie to go to at all. Because I had dead set what I thought this movie was gonna be, and the trailer, like I said, the trailers do not do this movie justice, like, at all. Like, it does not, in the slightest. But that's not a bad thing. The movie is different. It is a very different horror movie, and I enjoyed the heck out of this. I feel like we have some decent characters. Some a little weird dialogue here and there, but for the most part, the characters here are pretty good. There's some dumb characters that show up for a scene. I'm like, you're really dumb. And there's this one character that's also in the movie that I wish was there a little more. But this is me trying to reach for stuff to complain about. But they definitely have some issues with the movie. But for the most part, this movie is a dang good time. And it is a fresh horror movie, from like getting your typical slashers and things along those lines. You get that stuff all the time, and I wanted to see something different, and this is different. You get some elements of stuff you've seen before, but it is different, and it's good to see a horror movie not stuck with a existing franchise. That's always good to get something like that. I like it. I think it's really well done here. I think a lot of people are gonna like this movie. I think it does good at building its atmosphere and what this whole, and like the one scene in the movie where you see her, the main character, it was Tess, driving through the town. You're like, whoa. Like, you see some nice freaky imagery, and you're wondering, like, why is it all like this? And then you see like these flashbacks that, and like it's crazy, the direction and the camera work, and some of this. There's one of these like really long take shots. Not long take, but like I guess you call it a long take. I don't know, but that's in the movie that is really nice. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And it's just different and a breath of fresh air. I definitely liked where this movie went because the trailers made me feel like it was going one way, and then I was telling myself that's too predictable. There's no way that's where they're going with this. But the thing is, where they go, I did not see that being part of this movie at all. I did not feel any hints or anything like that. I did not. It's definitely a weird movie. It's weird. And weird in a good way, obviously. I like what this movie tries to accomplish, and it accomplishes it well. It accomplishes it well. At least, I think so. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Before I continue, though, let's get to the over to the Rotten Tomatoes score. It has a 93 from critics. That is rare for a horror movie. That is rare. For this to be getting praise from critics? Horror movies don't typically do that well with critics. And to see it in the 90s is a complete shock to me. And the audiences are at a 74, which is interesting. I think maybe people may be expecting what I was expecting and didn't get that. And that's what they wanted. I imagine there are going to be people that hate this movie. But I don't know what that tell you. That's not, like, I'm seeing some negative reveal. But the movie is definitely interesting, I'll have to say. I think the way the movie goes and what they do with this premise is interesting. And I guess maybe some people can maybe see it coming, but me personally, I didn't see it coming. So that's always going to be a factor when something throws something left field, like did this feel predictable and all that like that. And sometimes if it's predictable, it can still be fun, but here it's definitely a roller coaster ride of a film, which is a good thing. But my personal rating, I'm probably going to agree with the critics here. So I got to give it a 4 out of 5. I feel like this is a fun. I'm maybe a little too nice to some movies sometimes, but I think a 4 out of 5 is a good rating for this movie. I think that's a good place to put it. I probably need to reevaluate my rating system, to be honest, but right now we're going with 4 out of 5 because I really enjoyed this movie. I didn't have a lot of problems. I don't want to. I just saw Pearl last night. I enjoyed this more than Pearl. I think Pearl was good, but this was the Barbarian. Definitely a better movie, in my opinion. But neither one of them were bad. Have you guys seen Barbarian? I would love to know what you guys think of this movie. Let me know down in the comments what you think if you've seen it. Because I'm very, very curious. So you're probably wondering, when are you gonna get some gameplay? Like, I'm probably wondering, like, what the heck is this movie or anything like that? Not in the, sorry, my brain just went all over the place. What? You're probably wondering, like, where the heck are other types of videos for Creepy Frights? Like, gaming and other stuff. But look, guys, when I come home from the movies, I got to get something done. I haven't uploaded today, and I have to get something done. And I just saw Barbarian, so I was like, we're going to review Barbarian. So, but I hope you guys enjoy this review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!